It's starting now. We are picking up round one. Easton Brock versus Matty G. Easton is playing a very unique team. He and Paris had worked on together. And if you go to majesticccg.com/apex-insiders, you can gain access to the team list article written by Paris Gordon. This team includes Sam Cap, Angel, Joker, Haha Joker, Ironheart, Power Woman, Groot, Pocket Tank, Loki's staff, some ID cards, and a map bonus, the location bonus, Haha Hacienda. The team is really about generating and taking advantage of the 2 extra actions that it can access within its pool. Matty G is playing a very tried and true Unimind Blue Flame build. He's got Unimind at 150 with 3 Blue Flames. He's got Lockjaw, Groot, 2 times Floras, and Symbiote. So we're going for that +5 Cosmic theme map bonus.
Right. This looks like with the inclusion of some of the newer game elements, something that you probably would have seen at like Nats this year, because the Unimind build was one of the most prevalent builds there. They had 2 of them in the top 8, I think.
Yeah.
And then on the other side of the table is basically a new take on the old Sam Cap ID card team.
Yep.
So
yeah, it's very unique. Right. It has to be played very carefully, from what I've read, what I've heard. But the right pilot can really do a lot of work. He's got Easton on his sideline has Wanted Wolverine ID, Harley Quinn ID. Those are both new. Professor X ID, which is excellent for breaking up formations or getting retaliators, Cyclops, Iceman, and Chamber. And Matty G is running similarly the Harley Quinn ID. He's got Jean Grey and then Cyclops and Chamber as well. They're both running the Trouble Alert figure Firestorm for access to Energy Explosion against the X-Men teams.
The X-Men teams the X-Men teams will also be why you'll see a lot of the Harley Quinn ID today, because a +3 attack Energy Explosion, just whenever you need it, is a huge bane, and probably the reason for the fall of the Blackbird team that was so popular around like the states.
Yeah.
During all of the states tournaments, you're seeing a lot of those.
Yeah. And we might not be seeing a lot of Blackbirds today.
Probably not, because
a lot of these players, right, they're right because of the strong community, and sort of the vocal nature of players with understanding the nature of the competitive meta, and competitive builds and adjusting team builds throughout. There's a lot of everybody's pretty vocal about those things. There's a lot of conference, so they know when to move away from builds that may have gone stale.
And
Angel is going really deep on this move, getting in close, possibly carrying a Sam Cap. Easton might be counting that out for a move carry, for an ID card call-in early. And sure enough, yeah, Sam Cap comes along.
So he's giving Matt a choice here, because the symbiote, you want to take a turn off to equip the symbiote, because it's a huge power spike for the Unimind team, because any rollouts you can get are huge for that team.
Yeah.
So he's basically saying, you can equip the symbiote, and then I'm going to dig into you next turn, or you can come get me, but you don't get the symbiote for the rest of the game.
I think Unimind was TK'd. He's got a token, and the symbiote seems to be off the map.
Okay.
So I think Unimind might be equipped up already.
Okay.
What Easton's doing is saying, you've tokened yourself up. Do you want to double token and come at me? But it looks like, yep, Professor X is coming in. He's going to take out the Floras that he can get at, since if they haven't healed up from their stock leak. And the Groot, he's going to be making Royal Hatchlings if this hits. Perplex up the attack to a 13. Here comes the roll.
I may have also got distracted talking about the teams and missed the first turn, so I thought that Angel was actually player one.
All the retaliators gone. Easton making a very confident move forward and generating 3 Royal Hatchlings. The Royal Hatchlings can be really annoying. I know they have flight, and I think that they are standard size. Let's take a. I just misspelled that one. Royal Hatchling. Yeah. So yep, flighted. They have mind control, blaze claws, fangs, toughness, 2 damage. It's 6'10", 17-2, and they're flighted, so they can be used as excellent tie-up pieces. They can body block, and it looks like that's what Easton's gone ahead and done in placing them.
There's also a very big power move because that puts Matt on a clock. Because the Samcap team is now up 40 points worth of Colossals. So it is now we can sit here and look at each other because that means I win the game, come get me type of power play.
And the other thing is he's able to get Samcap back with one of those Royal Hatchlings back to safety. So Matt can go after Angel, and right. But if he activates that stop click, there's going to be some damage coming back at him to the face.
Right.
And he could go after Professor X and score some points. So that'd be 50 points, put him 10 ups. But again, it's going to double token Unimind, which leaves him susceptible to any follow-up.
So correct me if I'm wrong, but when he carried Samcap away, shouldn't that have taken Professor X off the board? There it goes. Okay.
There you go, yep.
So he also got the safety, so now the only viable target
is Angel.
And
looking at Angel's dial, 6 clicks deep. He's got sidestep, stealth, shape change, but only if Angel is not adjacent to a friendly character. He's 9'11", 17'2". He's also got combat reflexes and reflex. His last click number 6, he's got an attack special called Trying to Set Things Right. To stop, free, deal 3 damage to each other character within 5 squares and destroy each piece of blocking terrain within 5 squares, then deal Angel 1 unavoidable damage. That's sort of one last hurrah before he goes down. And you don't have to activate that right away. So if your opponent doesn't have a way of getting through that in a 1-2 punch, Angel can take his time in activating that free action. Matt is counting out. Matt's looking to return to parity with the point values right now, because Easton is 40 points up. We're back. Sorry for the interruption of service. We've had a bit of a spotty connection with the Wi-Fi here, but we are doing our best. Looks like Matt is sidestepped. I don't think he's taking any attacks.
It is what we were getting at
is moving up the Dr. Leslie Evans, which is a smart move. A lot of players forget that they have that pog.
I am very bad about forgetting the pog.
they get tunnel visioned into other things, focusing on the opposing team. To answer your question, Deadpool, we had a net interruption. We're if you want to answer, go ahead. We're working on the Wi-Fi, and it's been a bit spotty. Matty G for going double tokening his Unimind, choosing to play it safe, flex up defense. Eternal has Cersei, Star Fox, and Thanos.
I thought I saw on the card. No? Okay.
Yeah. He gives him the sidestep flurry. Yeah. Mind control, stealth. And it's likely that he's right. Probably would be picking stealth if I was Unimind.
Yeah, stealth on Unimind is probably against most teams the best.
Easton's rolling for Haha Joker. Joker's just been carried, so now they're all up in the biz, forcing Unimind to have to roll up breakaway if he wants to get at a different character. Haha Joker at 50 points is going to be nigh impossible to take down in a single game when you've got other elements like Angel and Samcap to deal with. Yeah, he called in Brood Professor X. Triple targeted, hit all of them. 3 Royal Hatchlings were generated. One of them carried Samcap away to blip Professor X off the board.
another interesting thing to keep in mind is that with the aggressive positioning, they're really close to Matt's side of the field. So if Wolverine ends up being called out, I'm assuming he's using the super rare Wolverine, and Angel gets hit, you're looking at 3 attacks on whoever took them out or whoever hit him. So that is a huge gamble to take unless you can bait out what you need to make that a safe attack.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that Wolverine coming in with 3 attacks for blades. Yeah, so Flurry Blades plus the 3 attack is it's a lot of potential damage.
He also has a printed 3 damage top dial, so any perplexes.
Basically just you don't even need to worry about the blades at that point. You're just gonna punch out 2 damage at a time through most reducers, through all the reducers really.
I'm pretty sure that with an outwit and 1 perplex into damage, you 2-shot Unimind and you have 3 attacks on him.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and that's gonna be the next step because you're right. He's Easton has moved up a Royal Hatchling to tie up and body block Lockjaw, and being able to TK Unimind reliably. And so that puts a lot of pressure on Uni to get this breakaway from Haha Joker and start getting some damage in and getting some points scored. It's like he was able to.
Did we get to see who got equipped with Loki's staff?
Get away. I believe it goes on to Haha Joker.
Okay.
No. Maybe a breakaway move from Unimind. Matt playing very patiently. He did not make an attack following up the Unimind move.
Don't forget Unimind's equipped with Symbiote, so he does not have to roll
breakaway.
He automatically
does
breaks
have
away.
Symbiote. Yeah, he automatically breaks away. So yeah, Matt just moving away and probably maintaining stealth.
That is the biggest plus for Wakanda as a Unimind player, as someone who I have a lot of experience because this is the team that I was planning on playing going into this event. It keeps you stealth keeps you safe from most outwits. There's not a lot of characters that have.
Easton doesn't have access to improved targeting hindering right now.
Yes, so stealth makes him almost completely safe.
Yeah, Matt's likely recognized that and is using that to his advantage. He won map roll, and that's why he's here on Wakanda. Even if you find a way to, you can't. He gets +2 hindering bonus, right?
Right.
And he's in stealth. There's just way too much to deal with there.
So I think that a lot of this game is going to hinder on the Wolverine timing.
It's going to hinge on Wolverine timing and right Easton knowing that he just has to put the pressure on, which he did by taking out those retaliators.
Yes.
He's counting out quite a few squares. Knowing he's got to put damage in on Unimind, looks like he's thinking about a call in here. Oh, it's like a brand new custom case. Here comes the Royal Hatchling carrying Samantha Cap.
So he has a square mark. Are we seeing
power action to call in Iceman, going for that single target pulse wave. We got a perplex on the attack from Sam Cap. Looks like Angel's moving in for a perplex, possibly to damage. Perplexing the damage. Single target pulse wave. 12 on an 18. It hits for 4 damage straight through. It looks like he didn't choose stealth that last
Interesting. That'll do it. I mean,
yeah.
we're talking about how much of a
He also didn't choose any sort of reducer. I wonder what he would have taken.
For looking at his positioning, he may have taken hypersonic speed, but I don't know who his attack target would have been.
Yeah. I didn't see an attack roll off of that.
Oh, he doesn't have hypersonic because he's not playing Makari.
No, he doesn't have hypersonic.
So, prob maybe?
No, but then he would have been able to reroll because of that whatever power he chose was protected pulse wave, and it didn't seem to have been a defensive power. And here, Easton is once again forcing Unimind to either double token to get away or to just sit there with Haha Joker next to him. Haha Joker equipped with the Loki staff, which is granting mind control and shape change.
Interesting.
And we got the generation of a Pog, so it looks like the turn is coming to an end here for Easton, which is a very strong turn.
Yes.
Putting some damage down on Unimind.
4 damage to defenses knocks into a stop click, I believe, doesn't it?
If it was a 4 full damage, then yes.
So he had a +1 to attack and +1 to damage.
1, 2, 3, 4 would put him on his stop.
Yeah, so that is a huge turn. Matt is in a terrible spot now.
We can let's go take a look at where he is on the dial and maybe get some clarification on
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
Try not to ask any questions. Sort of take a look at
Peek
the dial.
over. Right.
We should be able to infer. So yeah, we're gonna go take a look at Unimind's dial and see exactly what was chosen that last turn. Matty G, yeah, Thanos will come out to play for sure. Matty G in a tight spot now. Tokened up with Unimind, based. Could have been outwitted, you know, if Matt had foregone Power Cosmic. It's protected pulse whip, but I still think it could be outwitted. No sidestep breakaway. These Royal Hatchlings. Yep. Okay, so there, Matty G chooses Stealth on Unimind.
So it's actually on the other side of the table, and it's turned around to face Matt, so it's really hard for me to tell. I believe that's last click, but between the way that he's turned and the fact that my eyes are off.
Oh, sure. I'll just go take that.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay. Is this last click? Okay. I thought so. Because
So yes, Unimind is on his last click. He's on stop click, and so a bit of maybe a bit of a misplay, or
a gamble possibly that did not turn in his favor.
We can get some clarification maybe in the post game analysis. We'll talk with Easton about how he was able to pull that attack off. Now we got a perplex on attacks. I believe Matty G is activating his blue flames. Yep, Matt's got a +3 to his attack on Unimind.
Okay. So last click, they should put him in a 12.
Hypersonic breakaway, steal energy.
I shouldn't have to break away because of the symbiote unless Haha has. Oh,
I think he has plasticity. Yeah. That Joker might be on a plasticity click. Yeah. Would have to be really. Yeah, it's gonna be a breakaway roll. Matty G is counting out squares. All he really needs to do is, he has Hyper on his dial right now and Steal Energy. So if he can get a successful attack on Groot, score a hit, score some points, and heal up off that stop click, it'll put him back in a better position. But if this goes south for him and he misses, not getting that Steal Energy, double tokening Unimind is gonna put him in a very bad spot. hypersonic speed, so no breakaway roll. So that hits.
But more importantly, that's a heal off the steel energy.
Yep, heals off the steel energy up off the stop click. Um, puts himself in the hindering. Get in mind. Now on outwit, running shot, pulse wave, invulnerable, outwit, and he's got a. But Unimind is double tokened, no access to leadership, so that gives Easton a turn to
Really hammer down on the Unimind.
possibly, yeah, if he can get a couple attacks in.
Important thing to note, though, is the Wolverine is now off the table as a possible KO because now that we're on Easton's side of the map, he has combat reflexes instead of flurry.
Right.
And X-Men was not damaged, so
So it's only a single attack that's going to be
Yes.
coming out of a Wolverine. Yep.
now that he is healed up past the stop click, you have to double tap him. So it's going to require 2 attacks. And
Looks like Easton doesn't have access unless he calls in a Harley Quinn, and that energy explosion isn't going to get through invulnerable. She also doesn't have improved targeting, stealth, or hindering.
right.
So yeah, there's no. It's got to be a close attack, and Easton only has Wolverine available.
Yes.
But at this point, if he can carry in a Walking Woods, which it looks like he just did,
Yes.
sidestep, putting him in, knowing that Unimind
Is double
tokened, doesn't have access to poison. He can.
Oh yeah, we did not update the points from the ID characters.
Oh, right.
So he's called in Brutex and Iceman. It should be a total of 10 points.
And he just scored a Groot, so that's 30.
You're right.
That Walking Woods was holding a light object and was unable to be carried, so Easton's got to sidestep, drop the object, and then he can carry and get that Walking Wood into position. Almost, very, very close. It was kind of essential for him to get that Walking Wood adjacent to Unimind, to have the plasticity, so that he couldn't just choose sidestep and move away. But I don't think that Matty G is going to be choosing sidestep anytime soon. He's got to keep that stealth.
And he is double token, so there's no power action moving away. So he does have the free turn now, since he couldn't get the attack off this turn anyway, to sidestep in next turn and make his flurry. On top of that, he does still have the ability now, since he has 2 attacks on it. If he has to finish him off, he can call in the Wolverine to potentially finish 3 attacks on a Unimind. You need 2 of them to hit. So
yeah, Easton's got to really think about how the turn, his next turn is going to go. And it looks like he's willing to push his Angel or double toe, push his Angel in order to get Sam Cap into a better position.
Loki's staff is on haha.
And then look at that, brilliant. Pushes Angel to bring Sam Cap closer, and then sidesteps with Angel carrying the Walking Wind to get that plasticity down on Unimind.
Yes.
And really put the pressure on. Loki's staff is equipped to Haha Joker, is what we're going with.
So this looks like it may be the beginning of the end for Unimind. He is being suffocated right now.
May very well be. If Easton can get his figures positioned in such a way that the Thanos couldn't be placed, would it automatically be scored as a pointed figure?
I believe so, but I have never personally been in that situation, so I'm not sure the exact ruling on it. I know
that if a figure can't be placed, it like you basically score it. Like if a Mistress Death got hit by a swordsman and can't be placed, she's just off the map 100 points scored and KO'd. So I think that might end up being the case.
I know that with the new rule set, that also means I've heard players talk about the fact that you can no longer play 4x6s on the WizKids office because there's not a legal place in the starting area to place them.
Oh no.
So yeah, if someone takes you to WizKids office and you're playing a 4x6, it is instantly KO enough to go.
So don't play any 4x6s anytime soon, gentlemen.
Yeah, that was the beginning of the end of 4x6s.
All right, pressure's on for Matty. He's backed into a corner pretty hard. He's got lockjaw, right? Reliable call-in engine. But his Unimind is extremely vulnerable right now. Let's see what this comes to. What's his decision going to be?
I would really like
in this position, right? If you were in Matty's seat right now, what are you thinking? What's going through your head?
I am praying to the HeroClix gods that I make my shape change roll.
Sure, sure. Because that shuts down both attacks from the Walking Woods. There's a sidestep.
If he does not drop Power Cosmic, he could take Super Senses, and that would give him 3 potential rollouts on his next turn between Shape Change, Super Senses, and his Stop Click has Impervious.
Right.
So, if we are looking at all melee attacks coming between the Wolverine and the Walking Woods, then that is probably his best chance of living. Because he's in the Wakanda hindering, if they decided, since he dropped stealth, to call out a ranged attacker, the lack of improved targeting means that he is getting +2 to his defense.
Calls in Jean Grey with Lockjaw.
Okay. Maybe looking at possibly opening up an avenue to free action TK Unimind out of there?
He would have had to move closer. He's going to take a shot at the tank, score some points.
Okay. Just trying to make up ground where he can.
And that misses, unfortunately. Oof. Wow. Just giving up 5 points for nothing.
That was actually only 3 points because of the student. That's the student Jean Grey.
So that would have been a good move. 3 points ID. Oh, yeah, that Iceman would have been a 3-point ID.
You're right. Oh, something actually to think about.
And now the bystanders are going to war.
It's a pog fight.
Outwit on the flurry of the Walking Woods.
Oh yeah, because he does have Outwit. That is
right now.
Oh, Outwit there was a big play. Especially, I'm not sure what power he chose. You know what power he chose?
No, I missed that. Maybe stealth. I would think it'd be stealth.
If it was me, I would have actually swapped stealth for super senses at that point.
At this point?
Yeah. Because
there's no pulse wave coming at you. So rely on that +2. The Walking Woods adjacent to Unimind has been outwitted. No longer has flurry. Sam Cap's perplexing down Unimind's defense. So yeah, he did not choose stealth.
Okay.
So Unimind is visible. So Joker's gonna punch. Shape change. Shape change is a success.
It's big. Like I said, now Unimind just has to rely on his rollouts.
Mm-hmm.
This is a matter of how lucky Matty G can be.
Walking Woods goes for the attack. And the shape change misses.
Attack goes through.
And Easton misses.
Pause for one moment. Pause for one moment.
Oh. We are seeing another announcement at the moment, so we're pausing God.
Classic Howard.
Yeah. Man likes to make an entrance.
Is it what?
So man likes to make an entrance.
Yeah. Pause for a moment. I have something to say.
I'm here. Continue.
I have the microphone, so you will listen to every goddamn word I have to say.
Come on, Dad.
A shape change rollout and a missed attack, putting Easton in a bit of a dicier situation because Unimind can just start hypersonicking away and getting in ping damage and healing back up, starting to score points.
Crazy first draw.
Who's winning?
Easton's up by a few points right now, 15 roughly.
What are the teams? I don't even know what he's running.
It is
Here's the sheets.
Uni Lockjaw versus the Sam Cap Angel
Who's
team.
running Uni?
Matty G.
Matt.
So Easton is just swarming Unimind right now, trying to keep him locked down
That's what it
as
takes.
best he can. He's got the plasticity from the walking wood, and he's body blocked Unimind from being able to outwit that, so it forces Unimind to have to break away
Important note is that with
and gives Easton best chance on keeping him locked down for another turn.
Uni does have plasticity and hypersonic, so hypersonic. Oh no, he does not have hypersonic on this list.
A one will automatically, as long as he has to roll the breakaway, a one will fail, and that's
Yes.
the best chance that he has at keeping him in position.
But that is a gamble that I would like to take, is to possibly win the game while not rolling a one. That being
Oh,
said, that does mean
absolutely.
dropping stealth here to
Get away. But at this point, I think Matt's probably feeling a lot of pressure. I think he's going to be able to. He's going to be willing to take a riskier plays, especially after calling in that Jean Grey and missing on the pin tank. Agreed.
Who missed on Pim Tank?
He's choosing sidestep on
Matt called
Lockjaw.
in Jean Grey and
Missed on the Pim Tank?
yeah.
Rolls Lockjaw. Taking a shot. Ice Climb. The first attack misses. Second attack, critical miss on the Walking Wood. Matty G loses his figure.
Wow. He's
Matt could not catch a break with a net this game.
He's counting out squares on Unimind, so
He is trying to
no
make it
plasticity.
away.
All right, I'm a little confused by that movement, but
TK? Free TK?
free TK.
Did you say Jim Gray was in?
Oh, okay.
That was last year.
Okay.
So he TK'd her off the board.
So the sidestep breakaway on Lockjaw was a success. Unimind's just moving away. Looks like, yeah. Matt has set himself up to choose poison with Lockjaw next turn and KO that Power Woman, which will put him up on points.
Okay. So hope is not all lost.
Matty G can pull this out. So now it's back on Easton to pop Unimind and score some Eternals.
Is Unimind back on stealth this turn?
I think so.
Okay.
It's really difficult to hear the players right now.
Fair enough. There's a lot going on out there.
We need to work on getting them mic'd up next year.
A little bit
I
better.
think that would make it a lot better.
Yeah. Yeah, we have Howard Brock in the booth right now, folks. Everybody say hello to the man, the myth, the legend.
The reason that we're all here.
How many viewers do we have?
At 20 right now.
Crazy first draw.
Yeah.
Agreed.
This guy's kind of battle all the time.
Is one of the golden children of Phoenix
Easton's
Nest
got a
versus-
really unique team, too.
Yeah. Chat says hi.
Tell him hi back.
I can hear you.
Nice start to the day for sure. Yeah, absolutely. This is a really interesting game to watch. Easton put in work on Unimind too. He really put him on the back foot, but Matt's stayed with it. stayed the course, and he's slowly clawing his way back into this game.
Should you mind?
It's like
What click is he on?
He is one up of his stop click.
peek out the door. Easton's taking his time. Easton's taking his time on this next turn. I think that there's he's got 5 actions available. Actually four actions available since he's lost Groot. But he's got that Power Woman on the field.
Yes.
So he's really got to figure out how he sequences this turn in order to either disrupt Lockjaw from poisoning Power Woman or
Is Lockjaw been hitting?
no. Lockjaw hasn't been hit yet. Easton's basically been ignoring Lockjaw this game, which I think is the more or less correct play, but Matty's been slowly moving him forward to get adjacent to that Power Woman. Putting an in cap on Lockjaw.
He's doing something.
Table problem.
That misses, unfortunately.
So another thing to think about is if Lockjaw poisons here, he could move over to poison the Pimtech next turn.
Mm-hmm.
So we're looking at a potential 33-point swing, 25 for the Power Girl, 8 for the tank.
The Power Woman's enough to
Put him over.
to put him over top of Easton right now. I
Um,
think Easton's just got to stay on target and pop this Unimind
yes,
as quickly as he can.
and it is still 100% doable.
He's attacking any mind now, isn't he?
He's
Moving next to
he's
him.
carried over Haha Joker with Angel. Sidesteps the Walking Wood. Moves up a Royal Hatchling. Again, just trying to put pressure on Unimind by swarming him. Gives him the most attacks available, and Easton's clearing tokens.
So no attacks coming on Unimind this turn, which means Unimind just gets to move farther away.
If he chooses to do so, yes.
Yeah.
Is he tokens?
Yeah, he's got a
He
single
has a
token,
single
so
action.
yeah, Matt will have to double token up Unimind, which,
What Easton's trying to force?
Right.
with Ironheart sitting back, ready to carry Sam Cap in for another ID card call-in.
Which he has.
Choosing poison. Yep, Matty chooses poison with Lockjaw and takes Power Woman off the board. Should put him up to about 53 points. This is a 10-point swing now, or a 10-point difference.
He's trying to Microsoft speed and moving up the ledge. Just want to get away.
So at this point, I think one of the best things that Matt could do would probably be trying to link up Lockjaw and Uni, because that gives him the ability to start calling things out with Lockjaw and then carrying away with Unimind. It also gives him the possibility of maybe choosing support on Lockjaw and trying to support Unimind back up.
Matt is really thinking about whether or not he wants to move, or maybe where he wants to move. Yep, and so he's just trying to get away. He knows he's up on points now. The round is getting pretty short on time, I think, at this point.
Looks like he agrees with me that he thinks linking up Lockjaw and Uni might be his best choice here.
At this point, if he can just stay ahead of the game and stay mobile.
Just that Samcap team would carry, call out, and then possibly running shot, depending on what powers he has a huge range as far as effective possible attack area. So he does have Wolverine, Harley, Cyclops, and Chamber left.
He's attacking. I guess that's why.
Walking Woods is flurrying Haha Joker.
He hit.
Shape change on the second. Misses as well. And Super Senses
He hit.
misses again. So that's some tokens taken away from Haha Joker. Matty finishes out his turn.
I will say that
Rolling
Matt.
for Haha Joker. Oh, another 10 points for a token.
Matt's in a tier.
How much is he up?
About 20.
He's done a fantastic job of taking this from having Unimind surrounded and on his stop click to being up on points and in what could be like a favorable position.
Well,
Really just
rolls a 5 Royal Hatchling against the Walking Wood.
I guess that didn't work.
He sidesteps the Walking Wood. Easton's team does have probability control on Ironheart, but he just hasn't
Made it to that point yet.
hasn't been positioning as perhaps as well as
He's on probability control. He's not an outwit. I don't. Does he still have the carry ability? What's he doing?
Angel carrying in Walking Wood
Okay.
with Unimind double tokens. It doesn't want to put Walking Wood adjacent to Lockjaw because then Lockjaw just chooses poison. Carrying with Ironheart,
Yeah.
getting Sam Cap in close.
Yeah. Here comes the calling.
Is it going to be a call in this turn?
I think he's gonna try and wait. 'Cause
Matty
he-
G has super senses
Okay. He needs to.
on Unimind.
to try to. Oh, that means he has. He can be targeted. So that's actually big
He
news.
didn't. He did not target there. I mean, he did not do the calling yet. So how's he moving?
So yep,
Oh, he's locked.
Easton passed the turn after moving up with Ironheart. Matty G chooses super senses on Unimind again, and has used an outwit on the flurry of the Walking Wood and an outwit on the probability control of Ironheart. And it's just clearing tokens. Easton just rolls for the Joker. Sidestep breakaway with Joker, fails.
Who was first player?
Matty.
Matt.
That one, Matt.
Alright, so the attack's coming through.
Shape change. That is the Walking Wood misses its attack.
So
Whose turn is it right now?
It's
Matt's, right?
Easton's turn right now.
Easton's.
Easton just attacked with the Walking Wood against Unimind. Failed the shape change,
So
and then
Unimind is cleared right now.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay, so he's got to.
His turns have gone pretty quickly.
He's got to attack. He's got to. Who do you call? What do you do?
Oh, Easton's just attacking with Sam Cap going after Lockjaw now. And that is the last round call.
All right. So that is it.
Matty G takes it.
Matty G brings it back from stop click in the corner to winning the game. And what is
Really clawed his way back into that game after being put on a heavy back foot, I think, by that perhaps unforeseen pulse wave from Iceman. But I think Easton sequenced as best as he could with that team. Very unique build.
he played it phenomenally there because He had a multitude of opportunities to attack Unimind, and it only took 2 attacks to KO.
Yeah.
He just, between the rollouts and low attack values, he just could not hit.
And not having, not quite having just that second attack set up.
Right.
After to follow up with the Iceman prod.
Yes.
It was a bit difficult, But if he had been able to get a couple attacks, it would have been good. Very, very close game, actually.
It was indeed an extremely close game. Again, any attacks, I'd say 2 attacks go Easton's way there, and this is a completely different game.
Yep. Let's get a talk with maybe Matty. Over that's the end of the round. Yeah. So we'll take a short break.